How will how am I able to help? How will I be able to participate? How can I be of any use? Especially if there is another lockdown. What is the point from retrocausality's perspective? What is this trying to teach me? Why are we going through this? Why the second new moon in Cancer, etc. So, um, a lot of people, myself included, are feeling that it's not just about the lockdown and the virus and so on, but they're feeling um, that things will never be the same. And there are two questions. Um, okay, if I'm one that does well, that is okay. How can I help more people to make sure that they're gonna be okay? How is everyone gonna catch up? Who's gonna fall between the cracks? So I'm gonna speak about what I know to be true. That's why I keep saying, eat that frog. It is a time that it's pushing us to look at one thing that we keep forgetting. We keep looking at everyone else's yard. We look over the fence and we figure out how to fix them, how to help them, what's wrong with them, how to participate. Um, or um, we ask we ask why other people that can help don't help. Um, what I interpret to be the lesson in the lockdown and the potential of the second lockdown, because we haven't learned from the first one, not that there's anything to learn, but it hasn't really stuck on the first one, regardless of what's going on behind it. I really am past it. Is that we need to eat that frog. So the concept is, in my particular life, there is a set of circumstances, there is a frog on my plate. Now each has their own frog on their plate. If I look over the fence and I get myself involved, helping or not, I will have to deal with the frog on their plate. But I am born in my body and my body alone, and my set of circumstances is that which I have to deal with. That's the frog on my plate. The lockdown is teaching us, look at the frog on your plate. It's blocking us for sticking our nose in the frogs in the ass of the frogs on the other people's plates. How Oh, but that's so selfish. Oh my god, like seriously. Um, yeah, it is. And so it should be. Mind your own damn business. I'm minding my own damn business. Do what's possible. Second, first of all, do what's necessary. Do what's necessary. Second, see what's possible. Once you deal with these two things, you will be able to do the impossible. Um, so I will have to deal, I know that I have to deal with a frog on my plate. How is that helping anyone else? Well, it's helping a lot, because if I stop being in a fight, in a war, in a confusion, if I don't look at the frog on my plate, be it fat, debt, sickness, blah blah, and I don't embrace it and integrate it, I am part of a critical mass that is growing that which I'm supposedly fighting. So if I'm a mess personally, if I'm at war with myself, if I'm unfulfilled, what critical mass am I participating to grow? Now, the concept of critical mass is really, really important, because I had a question sent asked of me. Um, yeah, but how how people are so such and such in the world and so on. How are you going to guarantee, how can you guarantee that everyone is going to smarten the fuck up and wake up and blah blah blah, whatever that means? Because that's again an abstract concept. What it means to me, it won't mean to you, and it won't mean to the next guy. This reminds me of an episode with Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer, that goes to a house of two Harvard professors, and he was talking about the dog was taking the piss out of them because there was no alpha in the house. They were as weak as the freaking toilet paper that's too cheap. And anyway, so he kept trying to teach them to get some blood moving in their veins because the dog was literally running amok. And he kept talking about the energy, the energy, the energy. Their energy, they have to shift their energy, they have to take more, rah, rah, rah. And both of the Harvard professors looked at him. What energy are you talking about? What is this that you call energy? So, educated much. Yeah. Um, so what is for people to wake up or whatever? It's not my problem. My problem is to make sure that I partake to the critical mass I want to grow. I want to increase. When the critical mass of a species is reached, the whole species behaves differently. For more information on the critical mass and what the percentage of the population is, by the way, it's very, very small. For the shift in the entire population, the entire species to happen, you can check Google, not Google. So look it up, critical mass. Now, that's what they say by everything you do, you're influencing the blah, 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 you're influencing the greater good, you're participating with your energy and so on. That's said in just about everywhere in every possible way. Point of the matter is, look at the frog on your plate. Stop um, not understanding what this is about. Um, we are so busy fighting other people's battles when our own battles we turn a blind eye to. The concept of this lockdown, and I'm really glad if it happens again. We need to learn what the hell that energy is, Harvard degree or not, right? And we need to eat that frog on our plate, and we have to get off of our high horse. We this sticking our nose and fixing other people's problems is the height of arrogance. Literally, you're patronizing everybody else. You declare yourself better than to go and save them. I know that there is an ironic twist. I'm not doing these videos to teach anyone anything. I'm just saying what I'm doing. So I'm washing down the irony and the hypocrisy of if anyone watches this video and thinks, oh, but what the fuck are you doing? I'm just saying what I'm doing. I'm looking at the freaking frog on my plate. I'm dealing with that. I'm integrating myself with absolutely everything that this frog implies for my life, and I'm minding my business. There is no greater good that I can do. Okay? So it's the same as the parable of the dirty windows. Woman looking outside the window where the neighbor's washing kept bitching how dirty her sheets were, how dirty her sheets were. Second week comes, oh my god, calls her husband, look how dirty the neighbor's sheets are all over again. And the third week the husband says, actually, how about you wash your windows before you look out, and you're gonna see that the sheets are actually goddamn clean and white. So this is the purpose of it all. To be working on our own integrity, to mind our own business, to look at our own shit, to eat our own frog, and let everybody else eat their own frog. This is the only way they're gonna wake up. If that takes them to the bottom of the barrel, to the bottom of the ocean, that is their journey to cross, not yours, not anybody's. I keep hearing in absolutely every, raise your frequency, go on to the 5th dimension, on the 12th dimension, on the 11th dimension. Okay. And then how do you raise your frequency? How? Because it stops there. Raise your frequency. What does that mean? That means self-integration. That means making get finding whatever it takes to understand that where you are, it's where you should be. Mind the frog on your plate. Stop watching the news if it gives you ulcers. Um, Stop looking at the neighbors washing if you want to go wash them yourself because you wash better. Um, and stop worrying about what's happening in the world. First of all, the planet survived before us, the planet will survive after us. Second of all, the only way to help is by fully helping yourself. So, really get busy with yourself. How do you get busy with yourself? How do you raise your own vibration? Make peace with all you are. The sickness, the fat, the skinny, the the bad child, the good child, the bad husband, the good husband. Make friends. Understand that it is your higher self that gave you, and it is usually an answer to something that you asked. And that it's not about the dealing with it. It's make friends. So really befriend, really not befriend. What would be the best? Stop fighting it. Stop trying to. I'm fighting cancer. I won over cancer. Guess what? It's gonna come back. If this is your attitude, it's gonna come back. um I won the war against my husband. I won custody over my bullshit. As long as you have war with anything or anyone, you are gonna contribute to the critical mass you're fighting. Fight. What you feed grows. What you feed grows. So fight is gonna partake to the critical mass of fight. So whatever it is, whatever that frog on your plate is, know that you've invited it there. Now that's not a cop out. That's not, oh my God, I was so stupid. How can other people invite Ferraris and mansions and I'm inviting this asshole in my life? I don't know. That's not the point. That's your point. The point is that is there. Look at the frog on your and literally embrace, make peace, understand the and look at it until you see your the love of your highest good that put that particular frog on your plate. How you get rid of depression and how you get rid of this state of panic and state of impotence over the greatest evils of the world. Mind your own frog. Let everyone be the god that they are, and by dealing with their frog they're going to discover their inner god. By you dealing with their frog, you're creating a handicap, a false sense of security. A friend of mine asked me, was watching a video of a movie, and there was clearly quite a bit spent on that movie. And he's from a Middle Eastern country, and he said, look how much the Americans have spent on this movie. If this money was sent instead to my people, um, if it would have helped so much. And I'm like, how did you figure that? It's a bottomless pit. Okay, so they give you today that much money, and that what's gonna happen? First of all, you've got endless corruption, you've got no education, you've got mindsets that are of the dark ages. So that money is gonna be used, ate, eaten, and shit out tomorrow. And what do you do tomorrow? You need another influx. Money is not your problem. Money is not your country's problem. So it's really important because I'm seeing, obviously, I'm watching a lot of YouTube myself, and I'm seeing a lot of information that is creating either more confusion or more panic or more yeah. So You want to help the critical mass that it's peace and it's progress and so on. Deal with your frog. That is it. As selfish, self-centered, self-absorbed as that sounds, if you become whole, if you become peace, boom, you are that one peg that has gone into the critical mass that is for peace, that is at peace, that is whole, that has discovered the the God that it is. Same with pollution. We're fighting pollution now. Look how much pollution is in your mind. That which is outside, it's a reflection of the inside. There is so much pollution in your own mind. There is so much pollution there is so much waste in your own personal inner environment. That's what's reflected on the outside. Everything that's on the outside, it's a reflection of us, of the inside. And those who fight pollution are the ones that are completely brain dead. In the middle of the day, they turn on the lights on the entire staircase simply because they're completely unconscious on what they're doing. They brush their teeth mindlessly and let the water run. They use toilet paper like this when they just go pee pee. Instead of using a paper, a towel, a normal towel, they keep using paper towel after paper towel and throwing it away. These are the people that are going to fight the waste and the pollution problem, completely unconscious of how much they waste. And that unconsciousness comes from mind pollution. How do you stop that? Meditate on your integration. You want to stop pollution? Clean your mind. That's the only way you're going to start pollution. Because only when you're conscious of how much, clean your ears, chuck it in the toilet. Put a goddamn rubbish bin in your thing. Learn to recycle. But you don't, because you're unconscious and you're, oh my God, you're so busy. What are you busy with? Busyness. So, frog on your plate. First, I'm watching the frog on my plate. This is a reminder for myself in case I ever forget. But mind your own business. MYOB. Because this is the only way to see, be the change you want to see. Be the change you want to see. Be the change you want to see. Be you, change the world. That's it. So be so self-absorbed, self-obsessed, that you are so fully integrated that you respect and allow everybody else to have the frogs on their plate and deal with them, because that's their God-given right, not punishment. Because look at how you have evolved in your life. If you've got the backbone, how you got that. If you've got self-respect, how you got that. Because you got over certain things. You've discovered certain things as you dealt with your frogs, because each day it's another frog on your plate. And if you don't deal with the one that is on your plate today, tomorrow you're going to have two. And after tomorrow you're going to have three. And this busyness of distracting ourselves from us and minding other people's business, this is polluting. This is disregarding, and I said the height of arrogance, to fight other people's battles, and we do it for no good intention whatsoever. That's why there is the saying, no good deed goes unpunished. Who you don't let die won't let you leave. These are not harsh truths. These are not, oh my God, I shouldn't help these people. I knew that if I help these people, oh, see how it bit me in the ass? Because I wanted to help. a lot of help creates a false sense of security, and it belittles the God in another. The other has attracted their frog on their plate for the same purpose you have yours and I have mine. We each have to reinvent the wheel, so to speak. Why? Because we are each in a process of remembering the one God that we are. Oh, if we're all one, we should all fiddle in each other's pot. Mm-mm. Not until you fully understand that the other pot is perfect as it is, and therefore you don't meddle in it. And let the moon do what it does. Let the future of 2020 do what it does. Let the planet do what it does within your actual capacity. What is possible for you to do? So do what is necessary. First, do what is necessary. Go feed yourself, wash yourself, la 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 la. Do what is necessary with what you've got. Do then what's possible. Then you're fully integrated with your frog, with your environment, with you, and then you'll be able to do the impossible. Not before. Not when your car is a mess, your wallet is a goddamn mess, your bag is a mess, your life is a mess, your everything is a mess. But you go to help blah 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 next door. Time to stop.